on Johnny Sins and J-Mac?
I've already done cabs with them.
Oh, so you already have done it. It's
Yeah.
just you didn't film it like officially. You filmed it on the phone and
Like
everything.
yeah, the Johnny Sins one, I had my guy like film it. So that one was like more professionally, but J-Mac, oh no, for both of them. But it's more like I guess it's amateur unless there's actual like you're being paid to do it. I always say it's amateur if that makes sense.
Yeah, to me, the iPhone is amateur, and anything with like a more professional camera setup
It's
is kind of
professional.
like real porn,
Oh,
but it's
do
not
you?
studio porn, which
Yeah,
is
it's
like
not from
another
a
level.
company. It's not being produced by someone else. It's still being
Yeah.
produced by you.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Sorry, I'm like, this is amateur. Fucking bitch.
No, this, but it's not studio. Because
Yeah.
although
I don't know, this kind of studio. I
perhaps
guess.
we'll get to that level of people thinking about it that way, right?
Maybe.
I don't
Yeah.
know. Yeah. I'm sure some people already do. Yeah. Okay. So what else are you planning on? And are you moving out here or are you just visiting for a while?
Just visiting. I think that I have thought about moving out here, but then again, with the boxing, like I've got my whole team and my coach is really good, so I'd have to leave him. But I think like America's like the land of opportunity, isn't it? I think that I've outgrown the UK in a sense. Like I don't know how much more famous I can get in the UK. Like I think that I've hit the limit. So like I don't know how well I am known in America. I think it's like very UK centric.
Yes. Does that make you want to like, we have a friend that we did dinner with the other day, and he's from England, and he was just talking to us about moving out here, and it was just kind of amazing to us that he was so excited to take on this like huge challenge of moving out here and starting from scratch and everything. But like I was telling her, I'm like, I don't think you understand how sort of stodgy and depressing the vibe in England can be to a certain extent. And like people in England look at America like this is where people go to make it, to be entrepreneurs and to really like
But the
build something.
opportunity.
We kind of take it for granted because we're from here.
Yeah, I think that in a sense there's probably like a lot more money and opportunity here, isn't there? And also the weather's just nice, especially like this part. Like yeah. And I think for an influencer like and networking, like LA is definitely the place
There's
to
always
be.
something going on.
Yeah, exactly.
So, but do you collaborate with anyone out there? Have you shot with people out there?
In the UK?
Yeah.
Yeah, like Danny D. I'm just trying to think, like the big ones. Like I think a lot of like I don't really film with like OnlyFans guys. Like I'd rather it be like a big name and someone you can trust and that kind of thing. So yeah, like it's kind of I've used the UK as much as I can.
Yeah.
Like, everything I want to do, I've done.
So do you feel like being an adult star that it's hard for you to be taken serious as a boxer?
I think you're always gonna get the like, oh, you're just good for taking your clothes off, this kind of thing. But I think it goes kind of like hand in hand, and I think it's good that you can also be an adult star and you can also like fight and you can do what you want to be. Like I want to be. If someone thinks of Elle Brooke, I want them to think that like that girl just does what she wants, and she's a pioneer of that.
So what is your actual behind the scenes sex life like when you're not on camera?
Yeah.
Are you as freaky as people would assume?
Yeah, but I don't think I have sex enough as I probably should. I think that like I like wank every day, but I don't have sex a lot. I don't know why. I just like masturbating.
It is nice.
Yeah, and like I think like I masturbate a lot. Like I was like I can never be asked to like go fetch a guy. Like I'm just like, oh, a wand, great, love that.
Yeah, that's me time right there.
Yeah,
when I get
I
a few
know.
moments with myself on Pornhub, yeah, that's me time.
I know it's weird, isn't it? Like you can have a stressful day, or like you're bored, or like you're like, oh, I feel
yeah.
hungry about eating, and then you just grab a wank instead.
It's a great distraction from your day for sure. Do you watch stuff or do you just like use your brain?
I do watch stuff to be fair, but that's when I'm feeling like extra naughty. Like
Yeah.
sometimes I just like honestly, I'll be like fully clothed in a tracksuit. The wands are so strong that I just use it for it, and I'm like, oh, done.
Feel better.
Yeah, honestly, it's
Recharged.
just like a stress relief, especially when you're so tired. Like, I feel like having sex sometimes is a bit like of a chore. Like if you're not in the mood, like when you're tired at the end of the day, like I'm like, oh.
After all the boxing training, I can
I
imagine
think
it's a lot.
It does take a hit in a sense. Yeah.
Yeah, that's always kind of a weird feeling when we're laying in bed at night and I got a fucking boner and I could just tell that she's just dead. That she's just been working all day. It is just probably not the best idea for me to go for it.
But I will just like want to cuddle and I'll barely get next to him and he'll just have a fucking boner and I'm like, I can't even cuddle you.
God made me
Spooning
like
leads
this.
to forking.
Yeah, I always say that. Thank you. Yeah. Okay, so what is your life like now that you've actually taken an L in the boxing ring?
An L.
Ironically, an L.
I know, it's funny. That's why I put my story that day. I put like Elle Brooke. It was quite funny. Yeah, no, I think I went up 4 weight classes and it didn't work. Like I'm fighting girls that are like 140 pounds and they're rehydrating to what, like 148, 150.
Why
and
are
I'm
you fighting people that big?
Yes, this is what I did, because there's no one in my weight class to fight. So I was like, fucking, I'll fight everyone. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. I'll fight everyone. And unfortunately, it didn't work. But I don't want to be known as someone that takes easy fights, because at the end of the day, I'm not fucking fighting in the WBA and the professional league. Like, I'm a influencer boxer. You want to fight entertaining. Like, I'm not fighting journeyman to like get better and like get up the ratings. I would rather have like 50-50 fights and it be entertaining. And then if I win or lose, everyone's like, hats off, you tried your best.
That's funny, because you learned the lesson that I've seen a lot of UFC fighters learn over the years, which is that the UFC, if you take every fight that they give you, you will end up fighting some gigantic motherfuckers at the last minute because somebody got hurt or whatever. And that's how a lot of guys end up taking their first L's and shit.
Yeah, I think it's a learning curve, but I'm new to this, and I was doing like I won my other fights against like much bigger girls. I thought, fuck it, I'm gonna take these big cunts on. I'm gonna win this, but unfortunately, it didn't work. So yeah, no, it's peak, it is, but it's not the end of the world. And I went to a Misfits event last weekend, and everyone was so nice to me, and that fight even won like fight of the night on the promotion on my one. So I was like, you know what? It's entertaining, and I'm in the entertainment business. This is what Misfits is. I'm not a professional boxer. It is entertainment.
And you're having fun, clearly.
Yeah, even though at the time I was like, I fucking hate this game.
Well, did you have a moment like that where you're like, fuck, I don't even want to do this anymore?
I never thought that I don't want to do this, but I was just like, how do I recover from this? Like, I think that I was like, especially in boxing, like your record, like you never want a 1, like, or an, like you want it like, I don't know, it's whatever, like that loss is everything. But in Misfits, like all the best fighters, the people in the tournament, the men's side, like Gibb and Kenny, they've had losses. Like a lot of the men have had losses. So I've got to realize this is the entertainment game. And to be in this game, I need to take these hard fights that people want to watch rather than me fighting bums and people that haven't had fights. So
You don't want to be like Deji.
right. Oh yeah, but he's lost 3.
Wait, didn't he
And
lose
people
like 3 or 4 before he got a W?
Yeah, but now everyone rates him because he never ducked a fight. Like I think people respect you more when they're like you, like if you're refusing to fight everyone and just waiting around and just taking easy fights, then you're not going to get that
But
respect.
I also just look at a lot of these like UK YouTuber dudes like Deji. It doesn't seem like he's really like leaving the house that much or like really doing a lot besides boxing. So it probably
Yeah.
like just gives him so much more excitement in his life, regardless of taking a bunch of losses. And it's like, if you don't really define yourself as a boxer, then like who gives a shit if you've got a couple
Exactly.
losses on your record, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And like, valuable lesson learned. Don't fight these big, like one of my fights, the girl was 5'11". I'm 5'1". Like, why did I do that? And I still won that.
You
Why
did?
am I
Oh,
doing
shit.
Why? Because I thought, I'll fight anyone. Fuck it. Fucking I'll fight everyone. But now I'm like, okay, I'm going to go back to my weight class is 120. And I was fighting 150 girls, like once they're in the ring and rehydrated, like,
I mean,
Fucked.
you're talking about 170, 180 pound girls. I mean, that's a big broad, that definitely sounds like they could pack some power.
yeah, but like, yeah, they can. But, like, fuck it.
Yeah, fuck it. No, but I remember because one time they asked me to do a boxing match, and I realized as I was going through it that I was gonna have to
You're a
lose.
heavyweight.
I was gonna have to lose like 30 or 40 pounds in order to meet this guy at 180. I'm like 215 right now. I'm like, I'm not fucking doing that. I'm not gonna learn how to box while also in a crazy calorie deficit,
Yeah, that'd be
trying to get in
tough.
shape. It's just that's gonna be impossible.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's not that many guys who
Totally.
are like at my weight that would
Did
probably
you
want
put
to
on
fight
a
anyway.
bunch of muscle with your training?
Not really, to be honest. I think that I'm quite like genetically gifted in the sense that like I am muscly because I don't weight train, especially with boxing and stuff. Like a lot of people like because they use a lot of like oxygen. You don't want like excess muscles, and especially it's like extra weight. So no, I don't. I'm just muscly gifted.
Definitely.
Yeah, no, you look great.
Thank you, darling.
I love it. All right,
Shall we?
we shall.